courtroom is easy today because they have no plan of bringing him to court. Because it's strange knowing what they have done in the last few months and watching Attorney General's recent comments. It looks like they may be up to something. But let me say this clear. The path to peace, like I said, genuine peace, foundation for peace and reconciliation, is unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. Then we can now start talking and addressing those issues. And the reason is very simple. Before this issue started happening, all the issues that he raised that led to all this conflict, if the president has addressed them, there won't be this tension. And back there in the East, there's a lot of tension. And de-escalating this tension starts with bringing him to court, granting him bail, and then commencing the path of peace and reconciliation. That is the only path that we can have peace. And I'm in support of the release, and then for us to go back to address those issues. We must discuss those issues. Unless the president is saying those issues are not important, restructuring, issues of referendum and all those key issues, you need to discuss them and find a common ground on the table. Are you getting me? They are discussing in Scotland, they are discussing in Spain, they are discussing in every part of the world. We must discuss. But this idea of saying that there is no go areas you cannot discuss in a democracy is rubbish. And also, let me say this is also important that I say this. When people say pardon, we're not talking about pardon. We're not even got into conviction, and we're talking about pardon. Under Section 174, subsection 1C, the Attorney General has power to discontinue this trial. All he needs is to find null, and this whole thing goes off. And then we'll have peace. And then find the path to negotiations, and there's peace. It's like he enjoys what is going on. I don't know why.
But if I may ask, are you sure if Nnamdi Kanu is, as he said, that given permission to go, do you think agitations and others will come down?
First of all, not going is increasing tension and more agitation. Letting go will give room for him as the leader of the struggle to talk to the people that are driving the struggle, for them to find a middle ground. There must be conversations. The question I'm asking you now, are you happy with the way things are in the country? You know, nobody is happy about the way things is in the country. What about the promise the president made, even with his party, the APC, on restructuring? Where is the report? My brother, we need to discuss. This is a modern day civilization that have advanced. You must discuss. Saying that we cannot talk with all that is happening, to me, is blind, and with all the respect, is stupid. We must talk if we are honest, unless you have ulterior motive. And like I said before, not talking means the government is enjoying what is happening. But if they talk, then tension can be reduced, and you start by releasing him. Because you know why I say this? Government talk with Boko Haram. Government even granted amnesty to international murderers and paid them, even feed them with Indomie and chicken wings, and they went home and returned back to killing again. They talked with the Niger Delta military. Even this issue is not the same thing with that, but at least you need to talk. It is a must that you must talk to start the process of de-escalating tension, national healing. Or you start by granting him bail to show that you are ready for genuine reconciliation.
Yeah, some people are asking your name again because they're not seeing you in your red cap and other.
I always have my red cap here. It's right here.
Can I see?
Of course, you can see.
Well, let him quickly show if he has his red cap. Red cap. Well, now you now know who is talking to you. I know you
can't give me a
Thank you so much. Okay. You're on live to GTV Africa, live from the court, and you can see exactly what is happening, and everywhere is set, waiting for the happenings, for what is likely to happen in the court today. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. We are still on until when the judge is about to come in. And so when the judge is coming in, GTV is going to move out, and we are not likely to broadcast again. But for the time being, we are still on. I'm Bemiga Olamikon, and you know that GTV is always on ground to bring to you happenings and what is going on at every time, at any point, and anywhere. Yes. Well, you're on live to GTV. I'm sure you'll be wondering who is the man in the red cap. It's the one and only Shore that comes to the court in different modes. Just enter the court now, maybe to give support. I don't know, but it's already in court. The whole life to GTV Africa, GTV Africa is always on ground to bring to you updates in and around to what is going on at every point and everywhere.
If you smile, I'll say, oh, pocket for. They didn't flag this very well. The new man is out. Oh, yeah.
The home live to GTV Africa, live from the Federal High Court, Abuja, and I can see another face here. Do you remember this face? This face. Sometimes ago, when the court was sitting, you know what happens. Maybe I will plead with him to just quickly introduce himself for you to know who he is. Sir, sometimes ago, when the case of Nnamdi came up, you seems to be angry. Are you angry today? Your name?
Well, my name is Maxwell Opera. I'm an Abuja-based legal practitioner, the human rights activist, and one of the members of the Nnamdi Kanu legal team. So we cannot say that we are happy, because you can only be happy when the things that are supposed to be done are done in the right direction. So we are not, we are happy that we are living, but we are not happy with the system. We are not happy with how everything is going. Of course, you know that this one is not prosecution, this is persecution. So, and you don't expect anybody, any right-thinking person, you don't even need to be an evil for you to know that what Nnamdi Kanu is passing is persecution. I know what I'm saying. So what IPU members are passing is persecution. So that is why we are not happy. So but thank God, we have to follow the system.
Are you expecting him in court today?
Of course, this is a criminal matter. You cannot try somebody in absentia. He's supposed to be in court today.
But if he's not, will the court stop? The case stop?
Of course, if he's not, nothing moves, because he must be in the dock. It's a criminal matter. It's not a civil matter. If the accused person is not in court, there will be no trial for that day. He must be in court. So it's in the usual way. They have done it before. You journalists can see they have done it before. When a matter came up, and only for them to say that is because of a logistics problem. So we believe that they will bring him today. And if they do not bring him today, then...
So are you expecting that they might claim logistics today, that they are able to bring him because of logistics?
Yes, of course. You can, an excuse, you give excuse. It is now left for the judge to decide. So we faulted it, because this is a case of public interest. This is a case of an international community are watching. So you don't allow anybody to come here to make unnecessary application. Logistics from DSS's office to Federal High Court here cannot take you 15 minutes. So what is the logistics here? So that is it.
Thank you so much. Your name again?
Maxwell Opera.
Thank you so much. Live to GTV Africa, live from the court, and the happenings here is what you are seeing. You know that GTV is always on ground to bring to you happenings at all times, anywhere that is happening. Continue to follow us on YouTube, I mean, on Facebook, click following, and on like our Facebook page, and on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube for more updates and more information. GTV is spelled GEE space TV space Africa. Just continue to do that now, right now, and do us a favor of share. Continue to click share and let every other person get to know what is happening and be part of the happenings. Like our Facebook page, follow us, and get more insight, more information right from the court and what is going on at the moment. Well, let me quickly seize the opportunity of asking one or two words from him. I know he's not an orator, but he speaks, he talks. You are on live to GTV Africa. May we know you?
Yeah, my name is Omoyele Shore.
Why you got today?
Well, I'm in court to continue to follow up on the case of big brother and friend Nnamdi Kanu, who was extraordinarily rendition recently. I've been in almost all the court appearances since he was found here. We just want to ensure that he gets justice.
Today you walked in majestically yourself without being attacked by anyone in that without any song of struggle at the entrance. How do you feel?
It doesn't feel any different. Even the times that it was difficult to come to court, we did come. And this is part of the product of the struggle we have been waging at the court entrance. That now they have come to a situation where we assume that they will allow people to observe these court hearings, which they have not allowed in the past. So even if there were soldiers here, I will come. So
From your experience
yes,
as one who appears in court regularly,
yes.
do you think DSS is likely to bring Nnamdi Kanu to
No,
court?
they're not.
What
It's obvious
gives you
that
assurance that he is not coming?
it's obvious that he won't be coming today. It's very obvious. I spent 5 months in DSS detention. I know when they were to bring someone of his caliber to court, they would have. You would have seen the signs all over the place. They like to show force, irresponsible force, because they make a lot of money from bringing him to court. I think they said they spent 500 million naira each time they bring him to court. So maybe this time around they didn't find it necessary to bring him, or maybe money wasn't approved to bring him to court. You don't know, but I don't see any sign that they'll bring him to court today.
Your home live to GTV Africa. GTV Africa always bring to you live happenings from every angle, especially in and around Abuja. And the man in front of the camera, the one is because he's having a red cap on him. If not, you know that it's easily it's sure is not in attire of
I called since morning. Came here as early as 7 a.m. and we've been waiting. When the judge came in now, just barely a minute ago, she said that she will strictly observe the COVID-19 protocol, that there should be space in between seats. So she asked everyone that doesn't have space in between two seats to exit the courtroom. And most journalists, where we were seated, we don't have, the courtroom is not that big to accommodate everybody, so we just had to step out.
So what does this mean to your job and to every other fellow?
Automatically, it means that so many media organizations will be shut out, because we will only have to rely on colleagues to feed us on what is happening inside the courts.
The people that are in the courts, are they supposed legally to be in the courts, or who are they?
Mostly the people I saw inside court, they are lawyers. But the problem is that you will find a situation where from one chamber they will have a retinue of lawyers, filling up all the spaces. Something that at least one or two lawyers can come and handle a matter. You see so many lawyers that don't have any direct business with the case going on, occupying the whole seat. So that's the problem. And journalists that are supposed to be the watchdog for the society, journalists that are supposed to feed the country and what is happening, we turn out to be the weeping child in this scenario.
But today that Nnamdi Kanu is not appearing, how do you feel?
Yeah, you will recall that the matter was actually adjourned till January, but they had to abridge the date following an application by the lawyers. Basically, what they are, Kanu's presence is not needed today because what they are coming for is just to hear some interlocutory applications. I got it from one of the lawyers that they're actually going to hear application for abridgment of the time that was earlier fixed by the court. That is the January date, to abridge it. Then also to hear the application challenging the competence of the charge. It's been the argument that the charge on its own is manifestly incompetent, and as such has stripped the court of the jurisdiction to entertain the matter. So they will probably hear the applications today and fix a date for ruling.
When you are on live to GTV Africa, the whole world is with us and listening to you. How do you feel GTV bringing this to you, to the doorsteps of everyone wherever they are?
Well, it's heartwarming that the journalism profession is the only profession that was expressly mentioned in Section 22 of the 1999 Constitution. And the primary duty of media organizations is to keep the public informed. And this, I think, is what GTV has been doing for a while now, not just bringing information to the doorstep of Nigerians and the global community, but doing it in a timely and accurate manner.
Your name again?
My name is Ikechukwu Nnochiri.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The outside, and I want to believe there are Nnamdi Kanu supporters waiting outside. You know that surely GTV is going to bring to you what is happening. And at this point, I have men, I have supporters that are seated, patiently waiting whether Nnamdi Kanu will be brought down to court. You can see the men that are waiting, believing that it's coming down, but somehow they might be disappointed because it's not likely to be in court. I can see the supporters.
We are always peaceful.
But supporters
We are always peaceful.
waiting.
IPOB one family. We are always peaceful. We are not troublesome.
Why are you here today?
We are here because of our
solidarity.
Yeah, in solidarity with our great leader, Nnamdi Kanu, that will give us freedom. He has come here to give us freedom.
Where he stands is where we stand.
So, we are here in solidarity, and he should be released unconditionally. And Africa should be respecting people's self-determination. Yes, so Africa should start it. And it will be better for you and your generation, even me and your generation. Injustice is what promotes self-determination. See, brother, Africa must start. Now, Africa should start now. In the whole Africa, Africa should start it. Self-determination. Obu a crime. You can't use the democratic gun on your people at all time.
At this point that Nnamdi Kanu is not in court, how do you feel?
We are not happy though, but we are very hopeful that justice must prevail. He must be granted that unconditional release. and be taken back to Kenya where he was kidnapped from, or back to Britain where he is a national.
Ordinarily, if he's released, he's not likely to be taken down there, but he's going to be released for his people, for you and others. Yeah. So if he's released,
no problem.
if he's released today, will all the agitation come down or not?
Yes. It will come down to give us a process to referendum.
The agitation, if it's released, what do you think will likely happen? The agitation will continue, the fight?
The agitation will not continue. They will not give us a date for referendum.
Continue if referendum when he is released.
That is done in the European country, to put hand whether to stay or not.
You know, it doesn't come easily like that.
No,
it takes
it's
time.
It's just African mentality. It's just an African mentality. It's just an African mentality.
We have lost more than 6 million people or 7 million people in case of. Let me tell you something.
Why is it that
Brother, I want to tell you something. Since 1960 till now, do you know since after war, Nigerian government have been killing Igbos till today? Do you know the war still remaining in Igbo land till today? It's true.
So what do you think can bring it to that end?
The only thing that can bring it is referendum, just like our leader said. The only thing is not asking Nigerian government to do this, just give us referendum.
But if the leader comes out and asks you to just do wire, I don't know whether I'm correct with that one, and the leader saying wire with agitation and others, are you likely to abide by what he says?
Listen to him because he's our leader. He's our supreme leader.
Where he stands is where we stand.
Anywhere he stands, first, if he asks us to end the agitation, they will end it. They believe before he will say it, before he will ask us to end agitation, there must be a condition he gives to us.
We didn't make it.
There must be a class B
with it. Thanks for giving us a referendum. What we need is referendum. We will not accept.
There are so many things he said to us.
He may decide because of the torture they are giving him and other press from international world or press like that.
You know, it's not
compromise the matter. We will not accept it.
But if he
appoint another person that will
if he comes out and he has seen other things that you don't see, and he is telling you that should we do it like this, are you likely to abide by him?
We so much believe in our leader. We so much believe in our leader. So we are strongly behind him. He cannot drop agitation of Biafra because he said the person I know, the person we know, the person we believe Biafra or not on, can never drop agitation. In condition, no matter amount of money they are giving him, they can never stop agitation.
Those that have died have crossed up to 7 million people in case of this Biafran issue, and we will not accept it. So what we need is absolutely referendum.
And secondly, our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, has come to correct the mistakes of 1914. There was no.
It's all right. At this point, I'm likely to wait and see what happens in the court, and I'll be back to be live with you. But without going, for me to know and for others that are online all over the world to know that you are the one, can you just say the song that you normally sing?
Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your hand. Thank you so much. Well, you now know that they are the one, and in a short while, I'm going to be off and come back and listen to. This is GTV Africa. Is on live. You can bring out your phone, type GEE space TV space Africa's ad services to it. That's on Facebook, on YouTube, GTV Africa. Just search for it and you see it and you'll be part of it. You can even watch what is happening in the morning. GEE, that's GEE space TV space Africa space services. Are you on YouTube or okay? This is on YouTube and on Facebook. Are you on Facebook now?
Yes, Facebook.
Okay, 1 minute. Oh, go back. Sorry. Can you do that again? Okay. Yes. Join. Okay, and hold on. This is GTV Africa. GTV Africa services. Yes, like you can see it's live. So give it to others, share it, and you see what is going on. And a short while, I'll be back and we'll be on live again and come back. Let's just see what is happening. I just want our people to know that you are outside, and that's why I come down to let them see what is happening, that you are standing outside, and that the security are not like the usual day that they normally come out. So in a short while,
holy, Nnamdi Kanu is